so many technical difficulties, but we are.
Let's see.
And it's not following me.
Okay,
All right,
we
here we
have
go.
two then. Okay, let me finish mine. Oh wow.
All right,
Okay, we
we're
live.
still we're still checking right now. We're checking it out, trying to see if this is gonna work and how it's gonna work. This is the first time going live, first time understanding how to go live for mindfulness in motion. So this is absolutely a practice in and of itself because this was an ordeal. You see, we late. We're late getting started because we couldn't figure it out. Not everything works out exactly how you want it to, which is another reason to practice in the middle of everything. So, thank you all for your patience, and thank you to everyone who is joining from wherever you are. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for your patience. Um, and I still don't know how to work this. So, what I understand should happen is if you have a comment or a question or you want to talk about something that I'm doing while we are in motion, then you can write something in the comments. Write something in the comments in your language, in any language, and we will translate and we will figure it out because this is supposed to be interactive. That's the point of this. I really do want it to be interactive so that everyone can just understand and see how I show up, exactly how things are in the middle of everything. So let's start to get started. And I hope it's still working. I hope it's still working. So I'm gonna put this on because I can already feel the sun in my head and I'm already hot because I was trying to get this all figured out. So already hot and sweaty and want to just protect that skull and that head of mine. So I'm gonna put this on to assist a little bit. And this is just like a normal scarf, but I love it because the texture is all smooth and it's kind of really silky. So it feels good on my hand and it always feels good on my head too. So again, welcome. Welcome if you're just joining, again, trying to figure this out. First time, right? First time. First time. Good stuff. Good stuff. Here we go. Here we go. And then I'm just going to check on my phone and I just want to ensure that it is actually working. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, yay. Okay, it is working. That's really cool. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be gardening a little bit. And hold on. There we go. We're going to be gardening a little bit. Is my garden is a mess and I'm really excited to kind of show it off a little bit and to care for it and to tend to it because that's actually what I really need to be doing is caring for the garden. So you will be experiencing gardening life with me and if time permits and I don't know because the setup was so chaotic, which is life, right? Life is chaotic, we are going to try to make something that we're going to pull from the actual garden. So we'll just see how it goes. And again, if you have questions or if you have a comment, again, feel free to drop it in the chat. I know we had so many people waiting to get in here. And then because we were so late, people are like, "You're not serious," but yeah, I am. I'm serious, but not serious, right? Because life should not be serious, and that's also a part of the practice. When we take things so serious, then we get attached to it, and we have to make everything perfect and right. And I know that's definitely me because I am a perfectionist by nature. So if it's not exactly right, then I get stuck. So that is a practice that I am actively working on and giving myself some grace with because I know that is exactly how I am and how things are. But I tell you, because I tell myself the same, give yourself some ease, right? Hmm. Breathe with it just a little bit. Breathe as in be with it. instead of making it and allowing it to overwhelm you. All right, so here we go. So you'll probably hear a lot of different sounds. My house is chaotic, so this is home. So you are in my home. You'll hear the doors. You may hear the dogs. You'll probably hear my children, my family, the neighbors, the everything, because that's life. And this is not about removing yourself from life, but it's about integrating the practice and allowing yourself to be with everything exactly as it is, regardless of how it actually shows up. So here we are. Here we are. Can you hear the birds? Can you hear those beautiful birds? And the beautiful sound of those beautiful birds? Yeah. Because, sound can be a practice. Any sound. And it doesn't have to be a beautiful sound like birds, but any sound can be a practice. Any sound at all. Any sound. So, like that sound, that was the sound of a door. And as irritating as that could be right now, opening, closing, that could still be a practice. The sound of the door, right? Sheesh. All right, because there's going to be so much stuff flying around. I was in the garden yesterday and stuff was flying everywhere because the garden is like, help me, help me, help me. I am, there's too much happening here with me, help me. I really feel like I was hearing my garden speak. Just by looking at it, I heard it speak to me. Okay. So we're going to start to head on down. And I'm going to see because, again, this is the very first live. Thank you for joining. And I don't know how to work the system at all. I have no idea. So it's actually attached to my laptop, which is going to make it a little bit difficult to maneuver, but we're going to do what we can do, which is exactly what we do in life, right? We do what we can do the best way we can. And this is about real life meditation, real life mindfulness. Even when you're busy, even when things don't work out exactly as they should, like starting a YouTube live on time, we can still go through it with ease and go through it with awareness. And just know that at the end, as long as we've done our best and if we've given ourselves the same grace that we've give someone else who we love very dearly, then we've done exactly what we needed to do. And that's why I'm here. So I did practice before this, right? I don't just talk about meditation. I am a practitioner. And I'm really happy to say that I am a practitioner for years now. And I am certified as a meditation teacher. But even more importantly, I practice on the go, in motion, while everything is happening all at once. That's actually what I do every day. So, with that said, I did practice. I did my sitting meditation before this just to make sure that I'm grounded and that, the heart space is there and the intention is there. And I will share with you my intention for this, as is my intention. If you look at any of the other videos, it always says the same. May this be a benefit to you and all those you love. And that is my sincere heart intention. So I hope you find ways to pick out what you may need from this live. Anything that I do, that I say, that I don't do, that I don't say, anything that you experience in this live, I really do pray and wish and hope that you take it for you and modify it for you so that it is of benefit to you and all those you love. That is my honest and true felt intention. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So we are going to have some times where I'm not going to be speaking, right? Because mindfulness isn't just hearing yourself talk all the time. And sometimes people think that mindfulness is just only being in quiet, but it's not, because mindfulness as a practice is also listening to how you show up and listening to how that may impact other people and other things and other experiences. So that is what we will also be doing today. So there will be some times of silence. It won't be just dead silence, because I know you can probably hear, I hope, like the dogs and the neighbors and stuff. So it won't be like quiet silence, right? It's not going to be that. But there will be times where I'm not going to talk, and I will try to zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Like, let's start now. So I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see the beginnings of the garden. And this will just give you kind of a little tiny glimpse of what we're about to do and how we are going to be doing it. All right, so I got my support here helping. Everyone needs support, right? Because we don't do stuff alone in life. We always depend on something and someone, regardless of what we may see, think, hear, or feel. There's always someone around to help us, right? Think about the people who do garden, right? And give us their food from the grocery store and the farms and everything else. We depend on them, and we depend on the people to help us with electricity and like to fix stuff and to build houses and everything else. Like, we are not in this world alone, and that's an important reminder that we all depend on each other. We all depend on something. We're not alone in this life ever, so don't forget that either. So I will show you this. I'm going to move this over a little bit, and then I'm going to show you, this is the beginnings of garden life. So I just let this actually sit, and it developed its own kind of ecosystem. And I'm not really sure what's in it at all now. I left it outside because this plant had died, it transitioned, and now it has transitioned and is transitioning to something else. So look at all the colors. Can you see those colors there? Does it look green on the screen to you? I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that doesn't look green. it doesn't look it doesn't look green at all. Oh boy. Yeah, but it should be green. Okay. Anyway, so that's how it looks. Transitioning. Stuff in progress. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna move this here, and then we are going to head downstairs, and then you'll see the actual garden. So here we are. You gotta hold both. Please careful with that. Here we go. Oh, so let's start at the top first. And you see, probably not. Hold on. All right. So this is the beginnings of the garden, and this is the stuff. So this is all lettuce, and if you look really closely, you can see the beautiful designs of nature. So using this as a practice is also a practice. You see all the different lines and the different colors, and it's coming from the ground into our tummy, right? So we are the ground, and the ground is us. It's all connected and interconnected. These are various different types of lettuce and greens. But using this as a practice, just take a moment and just check out the shapes. Check out the shapes. Can you see that? Yeah. If this is clunky, you want to take this off?
I want to just the camera.
Hold on. So we are going to, we're going to disconnect. So let's do the whole thing. So it's a little bit easier to maneuver. See, work in progress. All this is a practice. It's all a
But
practice. All right, so we're moving over. And if you check this out, zucchini. So you see the colors there. And again, everything is a part of the practice. It's coming from the roots through it. So you can use this as like multiple ways of like in progress mindfulness. I just left. Let me show you this beautiful boat. So you can look at the colors and look at the shape, or you can just imagine like it coming from a seed. So all of this was grown actually from a seed and put in here. It's just overcrowded because I didn't know what was going to grow and what was not going to grow. But if you can just see all in there, it's all different kind of stuff in angles and colors and shapes. And then even the top part, let me get out the way so you can see that. If you see closely, the sun. So listen to the sound really quick. Hold on. I wonder if you can hear that. Yeah. So the sound. So again, any part and any aspect can be used as a part to support your practice. Everything at all. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're gonna go down and then we're gonna turn around and come up. So let me show you from the top first. Because this is pretty awesome here. This is pretty awesome, pretty spectacular. Look how big this is. I wonder if you can see from up there. This is just the top part of the garden. And if you'll see in another video, maybe I can tag it after this, another video I have where I'm actually walking in the garden, like walking past it, and then you'll be able to see the difference because it's absolutely insane. Absolutely, absolutely. Here we go. Here we go. We're walking, and again, as we're walking down, just hear that, my feet. That can be used as a part of the practice. All right, so here is the garden. Look at this monstrosity. Look at that. So much to see. This thing is huge. I'm trying to put the camera lower so you can get an angle of like what that really looks like. It's huge. And if you're wondering what this is, what these beautiful shapes are, and all of this stuff around, you see that bee? Nature. I'm not allergic to bees, but some people are allergic to bees and they get so afraid. But bees are a part of life. And bees are what's helping this thrive, right? All right. So what you wonder what this is? Any takers? Any takers? I'm gonna give it a few more seconds. Any takers of what this is? Let's get a back angle. Yeah, there's definitely not going to be enough time to do all of this. I told you my garden is out of control. I told you. My garden is out of control. There's not going to be enough time to do all of this, but we're going to do what we can do. And that's all we can do is what we can do, right? Hmm. All right, so it's carrots. That's what this is. These are carrots. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to get the shears and then we're going to start with this. Okay, mindfulness emotion. Here we go. So even though this is insanely beautiful, and I'm very grateful for this. Hey, look, there's a mushroom. I don't know if you can see that. So the soya was up here, but then everything is like growing and doing its own thing, which I love. It's its own ecosystem, and that's why it's like this now. So we're gonna start. I'm just gonna chop off the top. I wonder if I can save this as a flower, but we'll see how this goes. 'Cause this is insane. So as I'm doing this, just listen to the sounds. Listen to the sounds. And as I'm getting closer, you'll be able to see a little bit these little tiny hairs. So again, there's so much you can do as far as the practice. Like there's so much, everything. And the reason I wear gloves is because our hands have oil, natural oils, and natural chemicals, and I just want the garden to be as untainted, right? Whatever that means, as possible. So that's why I wear it. Who knows if it's right, wrong, whatever, but that's just what I do. In case anyone's wondering, why does she have on gloves and she's gardening? Well, there's your answer. So you can go super close. You can see, look, even there's like baby flowers. Can you see that now? Is that a little bit better? Maybe you can see, maybe not. But even this can be used as a practice. Just looking at like the different flowers within the flowers and without knowing what this was. And thanks for anyone who is joining right now. I see you. This is carrots. This is how carrots look when you let them overgrow. We're just cutting them down a little bit. A lot, actually. We're cutting it down a lot because this is out of control. Out of control for this little garden. And even though this is not carrots as you normally like see and understand carrots, these are carrots in that you can still eat all this, right? All of this is edible. Every part of it. We can cook with this. I feel like I can feed a little community with this. There's so much stuff here. See, you hear those natural elements? There's a plane. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a plane. Birds are still chirping. And so this one next to it is actually, let's take that one off. This one next to it is actually tomatoes. And you can see that even the tomatoes are kind of growing wild here. So, ah, I need to do that. Just cracked it. See, that just hurts my heart. I can feel that hurting my heart, what I just did right there. You see that crack? People are like, oh, you talk to plants. Yeah, plants are alive just like we are. Yeah. And that just hurt my heart because that was unintentional, but it just happened. So I can like feel it in my heart, like that little ache of pain, of error, of mistake, of regret. Oh, sorry. So yeah, these are tomatoes. Now I'm just gonna leave those alone. And this is still the carrots. All right. And it's way heavy, so this is why this is here. So again, meditation and mindfulness is not about having all the answers, but it's about not being afraid to try. Not everything's going to work out, but guess what? When things do, that's where the magic begins. And even when things don't, trying is the answer. Because guess what? If you didn't try, then you never know. So I wonder, like, what are you doing in your life right now that you're afraid to try? Is there anything in your life right now that's happening that you are afraid to do, to move forward, to experiment, to try? Maybe this is your key. This is your solution right now to dive into that fear and allow fear to be the practice. Why not? Right? Why not? Why not? It's all over. I told you this garden is out of control right now. Out of control. We had a lot of rain here. Just a little bit. Oh, that's my heart. And like this one was thriving. Look at all those little hairs. Leave it there to rest. We had a lot of rain, and the rain has severely helped, which is fantastic. All right, so let's move down a little bit and look into this. Wow, I don't even know where to begin here. I probably won't begin because this may be too much for right now. It is a little bit everywhere, but this is more zucchini and squash. These are carrots that we just did. And then look down here. We have a pepper growing. Yay for the pepper. I don't know if that's weed or not, but it's the pepper coming out alive. There's life everywhere. If you just look around, we think, oh, our problems are so big. Trust me, that's exactly what I thought when I was starting the live, when it would not start on time, this live stream. My problems are so big, everyone's going to drop. But that's okay, right? Things happen, and we got to keep going and moving with the flow. All right, so let's move on to this one. And this may be the last one for now because this may take a lot more time than this live has time for. So this is rainbow kale, and this is why I'm wearing the scarf. See, look at this. I'm gonna shake it and then watch all the stuff come out. Can you see that? No? Let me come closer. Still no? Can you see it on my arm? Maybe. Okay. Well, that's why, because it gets everywhere. It gets everywhere. So we're gonna do the same thing here and just cut and trim because this is a lot. And this grew all by itself from from last year. It's not even something that I did this year. It's a lot. Lot. I don't even know what to put. I wanted to see how far this would grow, how high, how far. But it started to take over the entire garden. So again, a part of the practice is knowing when to cut the cord, or in this case, knowing when to cut the stump. That's what we're doing now. Trimming. So if you join, this is mindfulness in motion while gardening. Real life mindfulness. Nothing staged. This is real life, right? Who else does live streams in a garden like a farm? This is a true farm. Who does that? Let's see if I can get in closer here just so you can see this angle. Because again, everything is a part of the practice. Everything. Everything. So I want you to see how pretty this is. And this thing is strong. Like, you ever heard of Jack and the Beanstalk? That's what this feels like. It is strong. It started off incredibly thin, like this one, and now look at that. That's how it started. Oh, look at the work. See life. Everywhere is life. Everywhere is life. Everywhere. So when you're overly stressed, do something simple. Even if gardening is not your thing, you're like, oh boy, gardening. Right? That's great. Reconnect with doing how can we reconnect with the earth in a way that allows us to bring a little bit more ease to our day and sit into come back. Come back. I'm gonna grab a bowl. We're gonna get a bowl. We're gonna take a second to we'll rinse with this. Take a second for that. All right. We're gonna take a second for this, a moment for that, and then I'm gonna check in because I haven't been reading anything. So I don't know if anyone has been messaging or commenting or whatever. But let's see. Let's see. Turn this off. Let's see. So you are live with real life meditation, real life mindfulness in motion from soil to stoves. That's where we are right now. See, more sounds, right? The moment we head back up, automatically more sounds. That's all. So what's going on in your day or night? How was your day? Were you mindful today? If you look back on your day and everything that happened, were you mindful? Were there things that you could have said differently or done differently or, I don't know, responded in a little bit different way? Like, look back on today and see what that may have brought up for you. Yeah. Let's hope this works. I'm going to move this up the side. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so how was that? It was just a snippet of mindful gardening because it was just too much to do. Too much to do, and I don't have that much time. Not today. And with all the delays, it was just, who knew? Who knew it would be that difficult? Who knew? So, allowing all the bugs and everything to just be here is also a part of the practice. It's a part of life and a part of the practice. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. See if you can hear like the birds and everything. So I'll stop talking for a second so you can just hear the surrounding sound. Let's see. right, so we're just taking like 2 seconds to get the bowl so that I can rinse this, and then we'll take it inside and start to cook. Hope for the best. Oh, a bowl. So we can, when I cut this and, oh, thank you. See, people who care. She's like, you need water? Yeah, I do. Because I told you those little things. I don't know if you can still see it, but those little things from the garden are all over my arm. It's everywhere. Which is nature, and that's life. Things just happen. Yeah, I still don't understand this whole live thing. I don't. I was trying to pull it open to see if I can see if anyone was commenting, but that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, and it's not happening for me. So maybe next time, because I have no idea. All right. Okay. So let me get this. The good old trusty hose. It's good stuff. So we're just gonna start to rinse this off. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to see it. So using everything as a practice. The sound and the color. Hey, better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. All right, so let's see if this camera will move now. Is it moving? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Good. Yay, it's moving finally. See, things always end up working itself out. All the time. All the time. Let me put this back on. So we can cut this up. Cut and rinse, cut and rinse. Make it a little smaller so we can try to cook this and bring it inside. You want to start to set up inside? We're going to move this in. We're going to move this inside. We're going to put my best here. This is a lot. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Really, I don't. I am absolutely just winging it. I have no idea. No idea. This is even more than I expected. From the top, it didn't seem like it was this much.
What do you need this side? What do you need?
Like the pan and stuff. And then the pot.
What part?
And I don't know how to pause this. So we're going to see how we're going to go. Yeah, it's still going. Still going. I'm saying pause so you don't have to see all the setup. Wow, this is a lot. Man. What are we gonna do with all this? This is a lot. Like, I'm grateful, but woo. I've never worked at a farm before, but I feel like my garden is like a mini farm for real. So much happens inside of there. It's like the pre-rinse to the rinse inside. This is insane. Seriously, I can't even put it in a bowl. I don't even know if you can see this, but I'm like trying to put it in the bowl and it can't go because it's too big. Ah, so frustration, right? So when I'm like, this is frustrating to me, and I can feel that it's frustrating, and like I can feel that frustration kind of just like rising on my left side, even though the sun is beaming on me and it's a beautiful day and the air is clean and it's so perfect. I can still feel that frustration and that irritation and that agitation. I can still feel it crawling everywhere. It's almost like an inside kind of like I don't know, energetic kind of motion that just moves. And even though I'm continuing to cut and things are flying everywhere, I can still feel it. I can still feel like that. I name it irritation. Some people say name your emotions. Sometimes for me, it's not always helpful, but I'm using this as a practice so that I can convey to others what could potentially be showing up for them as well in general in life, what it actually feels like. Because when I started to practice, that's what was missing for me. No one actually told me what to point my attention to, which is basically what this is doing. It's pointing my awareness into different aspects of my experience. And no one told me actually how to do that when I first started to practice. They were just like awareness, awareness, or attention, attention, or redirect. I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what does redirect mean? Does redirect mean I deviate? I do something else? Like, what exactly does that mean? So for me, it can mean so many different things. And so that's what I just started to use with my own practice. Like, so when it's redirect or use that as a point of awareness, it is, maybe what am I thinking right then? So, like, for now, I can use this as an example. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. This is the first live. I feel completely unprepared, but again, I feel also unprepared for life. So that's also how things are. But I can use that as a practice and to speak through it to let people know that even that is okay. So, what am I thinking is one. The next thing is, what am I feeling? And again, I can still feel that agitation a little bit on my left side of my neck, just like this little energetic vibration that's going up. And then I could just tap in and I just to feel that emotion, that energetic emotion of irritation and uncertainty and agitation, and know that that is not a true and full reflection of everything else that's happening around me. So even though I personally feel that right now because of the uncertainty with this, there's still a whole lot more happening. And so to try to, for me, bring that all into context, as in my world right now may be this, but even with this, there's still an evolution of happenings around. So you can use that also as a part of your practice, right? So if you're in the middle of something or you're doing something and you feel that insane feeling of overwhelm or burnout, just tap into that actual experience to see what you may be thinking, what you may be feeling, and then also at the same time pull out to see what else is happening around. What else is connected to that experience around you at that exact time that may be a condition of whatever is arising. So that's what I do. And that's what actually really helps me. Like, even for right now, that agitation is gone. Even talking out loud through this. And again, this is real new to me. We just started the channel, and I hope you follow because we're just getting started. We're figuring things out. I say we because I feel like this is an entire community. We are all in this together. We are all in this globe, in this world, in the situation of just wanting to be happy. We're all in this together. So when I say we, I mean all of us, you included. We, as in you, me, all of us. So we are just getting started. We're just getting started talking about mindfulness in motion, real life meditation, what to do when meditation on the cushion does not work and does not translate to life as it is. That's what we're talking about on this channel that we just launched a couple months ago. So we'll see how this goes. Right now, we'll see how it goes. We'll see where it takes us. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Even if your language and your first language is not English, let me know so that we can engage. Let me know so that I can know where to direct that attention and where to best support you in your practice, in your life, in your situations. Let me know. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep talking about my experiences and everything else because that's all I can do. That's the only perspective I have, and that's all I'll do. But I'm absolutely happy to support you if you just let me know where you need that support, where are you having the hardest time showing up in your life, where are you having the hardest time being mindful and being present and being aware, where are you having the hardest time? And then we could talk it through, talk it out. All right, so back to the greens. Back to the greens. These are rainbow kale greens for anyone who's just joining that we just pulled from the garden live. And I don't know if you can see that I am, the camera's not moving. Again, talking about technology. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. It's just like the practice. Some days the practice works, some days it doesn't. You're not always going to be mindful every day. You're still going to lose your crap sometimes. Just like technology is not working right now for me. That's life. That is life. All right, so I may just, yeah, this is a lot. So you can't see. Can you pull this down? Okay. I'm trying to have you all see the pain point of my experience X moment. This is a pain point. You're like, oh, this is an easy pain. Yeah, it is, comparatively speaking to everything that happens in life. But that's again the point. What may be easy or relatively easy comparatively speaking to someone's pain doesn't mean that it's not important, or doesn't mean that whatever you're going through is more important than what somebody else may be going through. And that is also mindfulness. It doesn't mean that just because you're experiencing a different kind of pain, then it invalidates what someone else is experiencing. That's not the practice. The practice is recognizing that it can all be true at the same time, right? And that's what's true for me, because this is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. I'm tired. I went to bed late. I woke up early. I tried to get this set up. Didn't work. But we keep going, right? We keep going. We keep practicing. Keep going. Keep practicing. It's a lot. And I'm just going to keep folding, trying to put inside. There's a lot. Yeah, I probably do need a new bowl. Probably do. But, we're almost done too. But yeah, it's like I said, I don't even know what we're going to do with all this. But we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep on going. And thank you for everyone who's joined, who's watching, who's sticking around, who's bearing with me again in this live, who's sticking around, who's bearing with me. If you're still around at the end, I will give you a shout out um, because it's with immense gratitude that you are here and you're here while I'm trying to work this out. I'm not one of those major like YouTube gurus who just have the team and have the know-how. Like we just started, right? And That's a part of life and a part of the practice. And that's what we're going to keep doing, showing up exactly how it looks in whatever way that means at the time. And right now, that means showing up, trying to do this garden with all this stuff. That's what that means right now. And that's what we're going to keep doing, showing up. Not flashy, not perfect, but real. That's what we're going to do. I don't even know what I'm going to do here still. Could you give that another rinse? Can you start to give that one more rinse?
Yeah.
Please. All right, so we're going to head in. We're about to head in. I have my girl giving it another rinse in the meantime because this isn't working. It's just too much. See, even the camera. You see, I keep moving and stuff. Camera's not following me. Camera's doing its own thing. Don't you find that with people around you though? Sometimes, right? They do their own thing, and you want them to focus in on you, or you want them to focus in on what's important to you, but what's important to you may not be important to them, and they just do their own thing. And again, facts of life, mindfulness in motion, recognizing that that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. It's about kind of accepting it and understanding that not everything's going to go your way all the time. That's also a practice that I'm still working on. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to lie. Lying is something I just don't do ever. That is not a value in my tradition. We do not lie because lying just causes more pain. So it's not what we do. I am here to cause as least pain as possible, reduce the suffering. That's why I'm here. And that's why I'm sharing this with my heartfelt intention of just sharing what's real for me and how I integrate this practice in my life and what that actually looks like. All right, so I think that's it for this stage. So we're going to try to go in. You get that irritation again, just that quick, right? I was just talking about it. It just went away, and then bam, just that quick, back again. All right, so here we go. Let's take this off. We're gonna hydrate a little bit, and then we're gonna go in. But I do need to water the plants. So, you know, that's not what I wanted to do with this, but why not? Some drink. Fix this. What's happening here? Oh, here, look, now it's working, right? Now that I'm set up, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna work. Technology. I don't know if you can still see, but I need to water the plant, so I'll be back. 1 second. Okay. All right. Oh, I don't know where it's going. Okay, so it is going. I'm going to head inside and we'll see. I may cut it here and then do like a second one with just the final because this is going long. So that's probably what I'll do. But again, if you came, if you showed up, I appreciate that. And again, we just getting started one moment at a time, one breath at a time, one situation at a time. That's how we're showing up real time, real life mindfulness in action, in motion. Even if you thought that you couldn't do it, this is where it all began. So thank you. Okay, it's on break. Does that mean it's off? Look at your Hold on a second. Can you hear now? Volume better? Oh, oh, look at that feedback. Okay, what about now? Can you still hear? Yeah? All right, cool. So here we are. We're back inside now, and I just want to continue with this whole theme of mindfulness and motion because I'm irritated again. I feel like I've been irritated this whole session, but I'm so irritated again because when you do stuff and you want like your family and your friends and whoever to be there, and they're not, you can't expect them to be there for you. You can't expect them to show up. You can't expect them to be there because they're not. So the important thing is for you to have that confidence in yourself to show up for yourself, regardless of who is or who is not around, because not everybody's going to be there for you. Not everyone is going to be there for me. Not everyone is going to be there for anyone, even if we still need each other to thrive and to be in the community and to be together. So that's my little 2-second rant because I am irritated with them. Oh, well, here we go. So now we're going to start to cook what we took from the garden. That's what we're gonna do right now. So let me wash my hands. So this is the kitchen. I'm gonna wash my hands a little bit. There's no soap. Of course. Of course, no soap, right? That's what I mean. Like nothing like worked out all the time. I'm gonna have to use dish soap or hand soap. That's what I'm gonna do. But I will tell you a trick that we do. A trick we do, and like when I was growing up, is we fill this with water, shake that up, and that's what we use. We don't discard anything, okay? That's life. That's marvelous. Take everything and use it as it is. Some people don't even have soap. I recognize that. Some people don't have soap. So I'm very grateful for the things actually we do have. All right, cool. So love the kitchen. Yeah. So finally some comments. Great. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the love. Someone I'm able to see a little bit now. I think other comments. Someone asked, "Oh, what kind of dish are you making?" I don't even want to lie because I have no idea. I have no clue at all. Like, I'm going to turn this a little bit. Yeah, it's crooked. Let's take this here. Let's take that there. We'll put that there. And better. Yep. Okay, so we have the stuff from the garden, and if you are just joining us, thank you for being here. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to be that you're a part of this. The family is a wide and popping. Someone said mimosa time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to call my husband for that because I want a mimosa. I know I need a mimosa. So if no one knows what mimosa is, it's a little bit of orange juice and champagne. He can't even be non-alcoholic, right? So hey, no shame, no guilt. Do what you need to do, but a good drink is always supportive. All right, so now we are going to do this with garlic. Can you still see this? Okay, I hope it's good. It's right. Okay, hold on. It just oh, the screen. Hold on. Let's try it again. Tech issues. Tech issues. Why is this always happening? Tech issues. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, better. All right, cool. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with some garlic, and you know what? For this, I may even point this down. There you go. So again, this is mindfulness and cooking. So we're going to be cooking stuff that we made from the garden, that we pulled from the garden, made from the garden. We haven't made it yet, but we are going to make it now. Does anyone else really love garlic? Because garlic is something I super duper love. Love garlic. And again, a point of mindfulness, you can use this to smell the garlic. I think did I show it? I don't know if I did, but I don't think I showed garlic. I'm actually growing garlic in the garden as well, but this is not garlic from the garden. But using this as a point of practice, like the feel, right? Like to feel like that food texture, to look at it up close and see all those different aspects. This can all be a part of the practice. And again, it's not always easy to just stop and yeah, I'm sure you just heard my irritation with my own family. Yeah, but it's not always easy. It is always worth it. Always worth it to correct yourself because no one should be throwing you off of your stuff, right? Regardless of what they do, that should not impact your joy, your life, and the things that you are actually experiencing, happiness, and everything else, right? It shouldn't impact that, but it's not to say that it doesn't because it does, but it shouldn't. So the practice is just about taking the time to actually notice what's happening and then making a decision from there, right? So do you want to become the anger? Do you want to become the agitation? Or do you want to recenter and reset because no one can steal your joy? So we're still just cutting this garlic here. Yeah, I think so. No one can steal your joy. So we're still doing the garlic, and like I can feel it all over my hands. So again, mindfulness and cooking. See the stickiness? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's sticky, it's gooey, but it's super great. And if you smell it, especially if you love the smell of garlic, then you would appreciate that. And if you just joined and you're wondering why is she cutting all that garlic, well, it's because we just pulled this beautiful set of stuff from the garden outside, and now we're going to cook it. So I'm going to start this pot. We'll start that pot in the background. In the meantime, that this is going to make it hot, and then we're going to start to cook this. And while I'm doing this, there's something else I wanted to do, and we'll see if there's something that I wanted to do, and that is um, to talk about the Dream series because the Dream series is brand new and it's super and dear and close to my heart. It truly is. It's something that I don't really talk about a lot to a lot of people. Is the Dream series? Hold on, okay, the dreams, and how the camera's like, no, I want to look at technology. We're talking about dreams, camera, dreams. All right, so talking about the dreams and how it shows up and how it is a part of the nighttime practice. So that is something that we have just launched. And again, for those new who may have missed the beginning, when I say we, I mean us as a community. You, anyone else who may be interested in mindfulness, meditation, dreams, how it shows up in your life, how you can deal with chaos, burnout, irritation, agitation, and you can just come back to yourself and not let people like your family and everyone else throw you off of your filter because they're non-support or they want to do something else. So this is also about that. So this is a we space, not a just me space. So the dream series has just started, and we will see how that goes and how that evolves over time. I don't have a full plan or idea right now at all. But again, it's just something that I practice in my life every day. And I think it would be supportive for you as well, just to see how things that actually show up at night while you are dreaming, especially when you are comes to fruition, and how your nighttime dreams is a mirror for your daytime reality. Yeah. So, but if dreams isn't your thing, because a lot of people are like, I don't remember my sleep, I don't remember my dreams. Well, guess what? For 30 years, and this is like a fun analogy, and maybe I can pin the video after. For 30 years of your life, on average, someone sleeps. So for me, just so you know, for 30 years of my life, I didn't dream, or at least I didn't remember the dream. I completely blacked out. Seriously. So when I go to sleep, I would just black out, and then I would just wake up the next day, and then I'd go to sleep, and I would black out again, and then wake up, and then it just continued again and again and again. So that was my life for 30 years until I found the sleep meditation practice. Because practicing on cooking, I didn't always have time to do. Practicing in the morning with my busy life and my day and my schedule, I did not always have time. But what I could do was practice at night. So I set the intention, and I'll go through this in the dream series. So please join it. If you haven't already seen it, check it out. Check out the dream series, because that's when we're going to go into details. So even if you can't remember your dreams, even if you don't have time for meditation in the day, this is absolutely something you can do at night. Everyone can. Everyone can do it to see their own mirror. People are always like, "Have you seen me do this?" I mean, I don't make any claims, but what I will say is that it is honestly a true reflection. I 100% say that. The things that I do see absolutely manifest this way in the daytime too. So if that piques your curiosity, hey, join the series, because we're going to dive deep, we're going to dive low, and we're going to go real slow into that series, into what dreams looks like. All right, so now back to the cooking, mindful cooking. So we just finished. Here we are. We just finished cutting, chopping, doing all this. So just I'm going to get some chicken broth to put in the bottom of this pan. Oh, sorry, vegetable broth. This is vegetable broth. Vegetable broth to put in the pan. And I will also say that, sometimes people are like, "Oh, you meditate. Does that mean that you gotta sizzle?" Yeah, here's the sound. That's that sizzle. People are like, you meditate, you meditate. Does that mean you don't eat meat anymore or whatever? And I will just say that I was pescatarian and a vegetarian for like a really long time. And then, as you saw with the garden, as you saw with the garden, I still got hurt. So just like I get sad when like animals are harmed and animals are like injured, I also get sad when I'm actually cutting stuff off the garden. So then my garden actually was kind of this point of enlightenment for me, where I was like, if I'm cutting things off the garden, I'm killing it. I'm basically killing it so that we live and we can eat and we can have the nourishment. And I have gratitude for that, and I value that. Why can't I do the same with eating like a meat product? Like if it's killed humanely or it dies humanely, I should say, and its offering is to give back, I can still honor that in the same way that I honor the vegetables that I eat, and where the vegetables came from, which is the soil and the ground, which is the same place that we came from. So I can honor them in the same way without the guilt and the, I don't know, the, oh, I have to not eat meat because now I'm a Buddhist and I'm meditating. I can't eat meat. So just so you know. So yeah, now do I eat meat? Sometimes. And fish still? Yes, sometimes. And vegetables still? Yes, sometimes. So whatever you do, do it in a way that you maintain your gratitude and understand the roots of where it's all coming from and how it's all connected. So whether your choice is to eat meat, not to eat meat, to do what you want or not, just make sure you're doing it in a way that's supportive to you and your beliefs and your tradition and your lifestyle. That's all I would say. So no shame, basically, right? No shame in what you do. No shame at all. So we are cooking. Thank you for everyone who is joining Yes, I appreciate your presence and your being here. We had some tech difficulties and issues when we got started, but welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. So this is stuff that we had pulled from the garden. This is one of the tons of leaves that we pulled, and I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, look at all that. So much stuff. With so much stuff. Mindfulness and motion, right? So much stuff. So right now we're going to cut down to the onions. And again, we're just going from garden to table, right? That's what we're gonna do. All right, so now we're gonna cut the onions because we're gonna put that inside. And the onions are not something I grew, but just like everything else that I did grow, it's important to just value and understand where your food comes from. And not everyone has the opportunity to have the same kind of foods and everything else that you need in your life. Not everyone has the same opportunity. So it's always supportive, at least to me, to be grateful of where the things that I do have, however that shows up for me, including being grateful for my sorry family that sometimes is insanely sorry and don't show up. I got to pick on them now. Absolutely do. Good stuff. All right, so we're just cutting the white onion so that we can put into whatever this is going to turn out to be, which again, I have absolutely no idea. And you hear the sound, so I'll stop talking so you can just hear the sounds of cooking for a second. So too bad you can't see my eyes because they are starting to tear up. So I'm going to leave this focus on here for a second and put these in the pot. Again, we are just making these greens. We're putting the base into it now. And my family loves onions, so this will be a heavy onion type of scenario. Again, sounds all around, sounds everywhere, and all of it can be a point of practice. Oh, Chef Noel. Oh, yay. That is so fun. Chef Noel. No, it's typically both, right? So my husband does all the cooking primarily. I mean, I do a few things, but he's the primary one who does the cooking. Um, yeah. But I do bake and I do enjoy to cook when I do. So just have a second. I'm going to stop talking again so you can hear the sounds of my life. Partial sounds of my life, I should say. Get that off. Let's just bring this a little closer. Sounds of my life. Let's move my water over. Here we go. Sounds of my life. Oh, someone wrote ASMR. ASMR. I'm not really sure what that stands for. I told you I am not so hip. I'm not hip at all. I'm not. Not hip, but I assume that's something cool, right? So ASMR. If you want to explain what that means in the chat, please let me know because I have no idea what that means. But we are still cooking live from soil to stove. That's what we're doing today. All right, so we got our onions in. Oh, ASMR. Okay, it's satisfying sounds for relaxing. Okay, cool. Okay, that is great. I'm glad that that's super satisfying. Okay, so let's see here. Let's just clear this off a little bit. And let's keep going. Let's go with some ASMR. That could be a point of meditation of practice. ASMR sounds. Here we go. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Oh boy. I don't know if you can see like inside. It's just like, it's everywhere. So let's try it. ASMR for meditation, right? It's not going to work. Hey, let's try something else. Let's take this part. Let's take this out. Okay. Wow. So who said gardening can be fun? Right? Who knew? Gardening is also ASMR, can be so kitchen. ASMR. Hey, maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's another idea that we can do for a live on gardening stove or the soil to stove, gardening soil to stove, ASMR style. What about that? We can pound that. We're gonna hashtag that after. Hashtag ASMR. That's cool. That is really cool. I feel like I need a bigger knife for this. All right. ASMR style. Here we go. Or not. Or not. Oh, yeah. Like a saw. All right. Hold on. Let's try another knife. Let's try another knife. How about this? That'd be cool. Maybe in the future we'll get some brand deals. Hey, that was Emerald Lagasse. That was his knife that wasn't cutting vegetables from the garden, okay? That was his knife. All right, so let's try this knife. We got so many knives. Again, my husband needs to cook. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a knife. ASMR. Like a saw. It kind of looks like a saw too. Look. Does it look like a saw? What's this one? Aster Cook. All right, let's see. All right, we're gonna do some plug-ins for some kitchenware. We'll use that as part of our practice. Which kitchenware will save the least, the most time with frustrations in the kitchen? I know what it's not. Emerald Lagasse. His was a thing before. I don't know. Maybe it's just a knife. Maybe it's not him. I mean, he's a fantastic chef. We actually like him a lot. But maybe whoever, maybe this knife production was not so good. But that doesn't mean I'm going to buy it again. All right, here we go. Let's see how this turns out. I don't know. I think this may be a little bitter, so I'm not going to put every single drop in here. Is this is this how ASMR sounds? Like squeaky and stuff? Yeah. Look at all this. Because these were like the baby buds. So usually when I do make this from the garden, it's just the big leaves. It's never like the small leaves. It's usually the big ones. So I am going to take these small leaves off because I have put enough in there and just enough leaves are ready to be the same quality, right? I don't know if these have the same quality that we used to. All right, ASMR. All right, so I'm gonna trash this. So tell me in the comments as I'm cleaning my station to get started with the next set of greens. That's all the way over there. Tell me in the comments, like, how do you cook mindful? Right? What do you actually do to have mindful cooking? What does that look like for you to come home from a long day to cook a meal? Please, you can take the whole thing. I'm having my support person help clean off the table a little bit because it is a mess. It's a disaster. A lot happening there. All right. And how was your practice today? If you have practice today, how was your practice? Did you practice today? Did you practice today? Are you practicing right now? Take a moment where you are right now and tell me what you feel in your body. How does your body feel right now? Let's just take a moment. Let's take a beat to do a check in while we're here. Why not? Why not do a check in while we're here? Let's do a beat. Let's check in. How about that for a check in? Technology, technology. This is like pranking me today. I tell you. It's pranking me. It's pranking me. Right. I think we good. Right. Technology, we good. Are we friends again? Are we friends? I hope so. We're friends. We're friends. All right. We got a comment. When's the next live stream? Hold on. We're still checking in. We're still checking into our bodies right now. How do you feel? Let's do a moment. Let's reset. Mhm. How'd that feel for you? It felt activating for me. Like I could still feel, I could feel it here now. Outside of the irritation and the agitation with the vegetables was on the left. Right now, I can feel it kind of right on the right. As in, I don't know how this meal is going to turn out, but we're going to just do what we can do. All right, so let's get back to it. Here's the question: when is the next live stream? That's an excellent question. I don't know. Let's see how this all works out. Yeah. So there's still stuff on this one. So I'm going to have my support give it another wash because that was not okay. I just pulled something off. So we're gonna do a whole nother wash of again. This is from the garden, right? This is like fresh as you can get. So we're doing another wash with this, and then we're gonna come back. But maybe I can. I want to bring this close and see if I can try to look in a little bit. Can you see that? That's what this looks like right now. From soil to stove. That's what's happening right now. Mindful cooking. Mindful cooking, real life, after burnout, after a long freaking week, after an unprepared start for today, but that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing. That's what we're working out. So let's see where this takes us. Let's see how it goes. All right, so here. Let's readjust a little bit. All right, so let's go back down. All right, we have refreshed this. So hold on, let me get a spoon. Got a trusty dandy spoon here that will be really supportive. So again, sounds in the kitchen, sounds all around. All right, so let's get to chop. And again, I don't know how long it's going to take for this to cook. So this thing is strong. Wow. Mindfulness. What do you see there? See, everything could be a point of practice, though. Just to stop and pause for 2 seconds and check out the colors and check out the texture. It's hard. Like I can't even break it with my hands. Hard. The texture is ready. So who knows how this smells good though? Who knows how it's gonna be? But we're gonna put it in there anyway. See how it turns out. So we're still chopping, moving. We're gonna crunch that up. And it's early. You see my watch there, right? 10:30. It's still early. It's early here. What time is it where you are? Let's see. Mimosa place is about to close. I bet it is. I bet that mimosa place is about to close. Mimosas are like, again, do what you want, don't do it, whatever, but you can drink it anytime. It doesn't have to be the morning. It doesn't have to be whatever. Like, I cannot get through this. I'm wondering if I should actually be preparing all of this. Maybe I'm just going to pull off some of it because if this is so hard, then my family's going to be like, what were you thinking? Like, were you even paying attention when you were doing that live? That's what they're going to say to me. So I'm going to pull off the leaves. And for now, I may discard some of these stems because it is a lot of stems, a lot. But the leaves like this one are okay. But this one may be too grainy. So again, I'm gonna pull that off. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. All right. Thank you for everyone who is joining here. We are doing from soil to kitchen. And this is an output from the garden production. Yeah. Yay, mimosa. I see that in the comment. Everyone down for a mimosa, right? I love that. I don't know what the rules of YouTube are, so you won't see me drinking no mimosa on live, all right? Because I don't know. It's the first live, and that's just not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get banned after the first live, right? Like, where her channel go? We're 2 months in. Where's her channel? Hey, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. But yeah, I don't even know what people usually do on their live because that's not even what I watch. But hopefully, this is all making sense to you. And basically, the bottom line is to use everything as a part of your practice. That's the bottom line. That's the point of all this. And that's why we're here. Look at this. We're still going. This is a lot. Okay, so I really don't know how much longer we're going to be able to. We're going to try to get through this, but no promises here. No promises, no guarantees. Just like in life, you got no guarantees and no promises, and that's the same thing here. No promises, no guarantees, because I just don't even know. Wow, taking longer than I thought too. But I'm having fun at least. So we're gonna put more vegetable broth in at the bottom because it's starting to vegetable broth or vegetables. I'm gonna add some seasoning after. Should have moved the camera, but forgot. All right, cool. Oh yeah, we're gonna drink after the first line of preparation. I know that. Shoot. Hey, I'm drinking now. I'm drinking now. Who said this is why? I'm just kidding, just kidding. This is why. At least right now it is. You gotta have fun, right? Taking everything so serious. Everything is serious. I have that habit too. I'm taking everything serious all the time, and I know it. So, what habits do you have? What habits do you have that maybe you don't recognize that you have? Like taking things way serious all the time. What are your habits? Are there any habits that you recognize as a result of your own practice and how things show up? Like, what does that actually look like for you in your life and things as they actually are? For anyone who is hanging around, still joining us, thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for stopping in, stopping by, checking it out. Very first live. We're cooking with some famous chefs' knives that are not cutting through the cut through of this stuff. But we're taking it one step at a time. We're making things happen. Look at this. This is remember straight from soil stove. This is the fresh pull from the garden today, and it is a lot. It's a whole lot. Fresh pull from the garden. So, what are your habits? Anyone have any habits they've noticed, practice that you're still working with? I bet, you know what? I bet if I put up a poll, even for all of YouTube, people would say, I recognize someone else's habits. I bet that's cool, right? You recognize other people's habits. Well, that's good, right? That's a start. Honestly, that's what I tell my husband. By recognizing what he does, I can see a mirror into myself. Seriously. Because how do we learn? We learn from each other. And by seeing what someone else does, then you can, and if you have that introspection, you can look and see what you do. That's what I do, and that's how I use that practice when dealing with difficult situations with him. For sure. All right, so we have some things here. All right, do you draw? Yeah, yeah. I wanted to do something about dreams. See here, listen, my life. That's my life in motion. Some things about dreams, and I may do that in this life. We may do something dealing with drawing and art, and again back to that dream series. We may do something with that. Let me know if that's something that you may also be interested. Look at this is just too much. If that's something you're interested in, then that's probably something that we can probably do that. I think that'd be really cool. Cool, cool, cool. How dreams show up in art. I think that's how the best artists probably create art. It's a reflection of something that happened in their dreams. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this next load because I think it's unusable, and then we are going to keep going. So she is taking this, and we're going to get rid of that. All right, so we have one more load to go, and then we will be off to the races. And who knows, right? Maybe we'll have like a moment to we'll have like a moment to do a dream, something, or maybe not. Next time for sure. Next time for sure. Okay. Whoops. Seems like someone wants mimosas. I don't want to be banned. We're gonna be banned already. First shot already banned. Only my channel. Terrible, terrible. Okay. All right. We're gonna do the best that we can do. How we can actually. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So we have one more load left. Load because honestly, that's what it felt like. Thank you. It felt like an actual load of something. That's what it actually did feel like. Oh, someone said, "Yay! Yes, to drawing. That's so cool." Okay, cool. So maybe I'll stick with my crew. And again, community. If that's what you want to do, community, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to draw next. Who knows where that's going to be and how that's going to land, but that's what we're going to do. All right. And in the meantime, let me show you exactly what this looks like. Look at all of that. This is what I mean. It's so much stuff here. I don't really know how we're going to get through all this. I don't know. But we're going to try. See, because these hard parts here, it's not something we're going to be able to do. I mean, wait, doing the best I can. There we go. Yeah, these hard parts, it's not something we're going to do because, again, texture wise, they're not going to be edible. Oh, maybe that's something else we can do without it being like a mukbang, maybe like an ASMR. But let's see how this works. But maybe we can do it live because right now, remember, this is first live stream, first live stream. We don't really know yet how it's going to go, but this is the first one. But maybe what we can do is test out doing live real life meditation while actually eating. So real life mindfulness while eating, not nothing but like ASMR style. So sounds, textures, taste, hearing, touching, like everything that they talk about in the typical mindfulness, but in a way that kind of actually makes sense. So something small, and maybe we can engage each other of something that you may have that we can all have at the same time, like a chocolate or a fruit or a vegetable, I don't know, but something we can do together at the same time and just share what that experience looks like. So I don't know, right? I'm just out loud brainstorming and let's just see what shows up. Let's see how it works, right? So honestly, keep me posted if you're interested in seeing or feel like time what we do on a daily basis, but we think that we can integrate meditation, mindfulness in that strategy and that structure. Tell me. And let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's do it live. Let's do it on the video. Let's figure it out. Show up. That's it. We're showing up. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, so let's do. Oh boy. Can you see that? There we go. I don't even think you can. Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like this is so much. For those of you who were joining from the beginning, you know that this was a lot. Look at all this. This was a lot. Wow. This was a whole lot. Like I can't even. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna pull out the big ones just in the spirit of exactly what I said about honoring what we've come through, like honoring the things we had and honoring all of that. I'm gonna do it in the spirit of that. Yeah. I'm gonna honor that. But yeah, I think we let this grow too. But again, I think it's cool. I think it's real cool that this was growing and that this is life. Plants are life. How often do you look at your food and actually think about life? This is life. How often do you think of that? How often do you think of that? How often do you eat something and then say, yeah, this was life? Is that something that you even do? You eat something, or you prepare a meal, or you go out to dinner, or someone brings you food, and you think, this is life. It's not just life sustainability, but it's actually life. This is actually life. That's mindfulness. That's remembering the little things. That's remembering the interconnectivity of everything around us all the time. And that's really cool, right? I think it is. I think it's really cool. Just to stop and remember that. You hear those sizzling sounds? All right. I think we've gotten to the brink on this one. I think we got to the brink. Okay, so while this is cooking, let's see how much time we have. I don't even know how much time we've been in this live yet, but let me wash my hands, let me clean up a bit, and then let's regroup. Okay, one moment. Be right back. And if you're just joining us around, we're just taking a moment of break, a moment of a pause, to reset, recenter, wash the hands, refocus, focus in on life. See, this is all self care, right? Self care too. Mindfulness is also self care. So self care is, I know I got stuff on my hands, it's all sticky. Can you see? No, probably not, right? Anyway, my hands are sticky, and I have garlic and onion and stuff in the garden and everything on my hands. So I just want to clean up a little bit. Let's regroup in a second. So if you're here, don't leave. All right, just give me 2 seconds to wash up. We'll be right back. All right, so my family is stepping out. They are so sweet. They stepping out to give a little bit more space so that we can live stream. We still going. We still going. Man, this is the very first live stream, real life meditation in motion, real life mindfulness, how you can meditate through the chaos, through the stress, through the burnout. That's what we're doing right now. Even if nothing makes sense, like right now, I have no idea what we're supposed to do for this live stream, but we're still going. And that's what matters, right? We're still showing up. That's what matters. So, just to recap for anyone who has just joined us, we are doing soil to stove. So that's what we're doing right now. And we had just pulled a lot of the precious vegetables from the garden and now we're cooking it, but it was too much. Some of the pieces were either too hard. Who knows how it's going to taste because guess what? I put some of them inside. So we'll see what the family thinks about it. But some of them were too hard. Some of them were just brand new. It was too stringy. But we're going to put it inside, and we have not everything, but most of it, and we're going to see how it turns out. We're going to see how it continues to nourish our bodies from the soil to the stove. And again, that's what mindfulness and meditation is. It's about recognizing and understanding things exactly as it is and valuing it and being grateful. I am super grateful, even though again my family was not the most supportive, but you know what? I think they heard my life. I think they heard it. I think they heard it. It was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna step up. But maybe that's all it takes sometimes, right? Maybe that's all it takes. It takes you to vocalize what you're actually feeling and what you're experiencing for the people who love you and to support you and who really care about your well-being and your overall happiness to step up and to show up in a way that's supportive for you. Not in a way that's supportive for them, but in a way that's supportive for you. So I think that's what's happening right now. So yeah, family stepping out. Family stepping out. Husband's taking him out. He's going to get the food. See how it goes. So right now everything is cooking. We still cooking. We're cooking here. Let me try to bring it closer. We are cooking. Live streaming cooking. Can you see this? You can't see it. Hold on. I'm gonna move this a little bit closer. There we go. So this is my kitchen. We're in my kitchen. We're in my kitchen live streaming meditation off the cushion. Meditation where life still shows up in a way that allows you to just be with life exactly as it is. So here we are. We are still cooking. This is stove, soil, not soil inside. Listen, for everyone just joining, that's not actually what I meant. I meant this is soil to the stove. That's actually what this is right now. See all the beautiful colors, the fire, right? It's my kitchen. That's what's happening right now. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing. All right, listen, I can't get any closer than that. I can't get closer to that. If I get closer to that, then I'm not sure what's gonna happen with this camera. So we're gonna just gonna do that there. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so let's do a check-in. Let's check in with the chat. Let's see where we are. We're checking in right now and we're seeing where we are. I think everyone would actually love my husband. So weird to say, but I think because he's so funny, even though he's crazy, insane, but he's funny. He's so loving. All right, hold on, let me fix this. The camera is all messed up. They still listen. They still trying to exit the house right now. The family is still trying to leave. so that I can focus on delivering this, but this is this, right? So in the midst of all of this, it's actual practice. It's actually life. It's not perfect. It's not easy. It is still overwhelming and out of control. And that is still exactly how everything is right now. So let's see. All right. Oh wait, someone said, "OMG, it's so big." Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Let's reset. Let's for all those who are like, what does that comment mean? Wait a second. For all those who are like, what does that comment mean? OMG is so big. That person was most likely, I can't speak for them, right? And we can't speak for anyone, but that person was most likely speaking about the vegetable that we just threw out. That's what that person was speaking about, not something else. So, oh my God, it was so big. They're talking about the vegetables that's in the garden. So that's what we're talking about here. From soil to stove. That's what's happening. All right, so someone's asking here now again. How are you feeling doing your first live? Wow, I feel unprepared. Again, I am an overachiever, perfectionist, someone who makes sure everything is done exactly how it is. So this for me is completely out of my lane. It's out of my territory, but I'm just showing up. I'm showing up, and however it works out, so what? So what? However it works out is how it's going to work out. And all I can say and all I can do is stay with myself and know that I feel good throughout all of this. I feel good. I feel like I am sharing from the heart space, which is what the intention was at the beginning. So if you're just showing up, check out the beginning. When it's done the live, check out the beginning because I really do vocalize my intention, which matters to me. It matters to me and it matters as to why we started this channel just 2 months ago with over 20,000 subscribers in 2 months. Wow, what I'm understanding from other people, because again, I don't know YouTube, I don't understand any of it. That is absolutely insane. So we are just showing up. And again, we, for those who have just joined us, we means us, me, with us, our community. This is us speaking, right? So we are a community. It is you speaking about your life, it's me speaking about mine, and it's us just showing up how it is off the cushion, how things actually are real time life as it is. Right? So we're not like perfect posture, perfect meditation, no thoughts, no problems, no situations. No, all these still here. We still got problems. Listen, I know I still got situations. I still got problems, but that doesn't mean I'm not showing up. It doesn't mean that I still don't try. It doesn't mean that I'm not here and alive and active and I'm doing the best that I absolutely can. So that's what we're doing. And so, us, as in we, I thank you for the community. All right, so we got some comments. So I'm trying to read because outside, remember, for those of us and those of you who were here at the beginning, we were outside. So we were really on the go. So anyone who dropped off at that time, I'm happy that you came back. Or for anyone who's new, I'm happy that you're showing up because this is live and this is in action and this is where it is to be with yourself right now, live as it is in motion with everything that's happening in between. Like I can feel like the excitement. So if you can look back at some of my videos, if you haven't already, subscribe, check it out, comment, like, or just pass it by, whatever. But just look at the content because the reason I'm doing this is to seriously help you. It's to show you what it is like to be in my lived experience as a boom Buddhist, as a like professional meditation teacher. I can't even say professional because what is professional, right? Like the terminology for me, I'm just not down for it. I've just never been. That's why I don't like broadcast. I'm a meditation, whatever. What I'm saying is I practice, I show up, I teach through my own experience. And that's what I want to give back to you. And that's why I'm here. So if you're just joining, thank you for joining. Even if you don't subscribe, even if you don't like, Even if you don't comment, I still see you. And I still know we have the same problems. Our problems are we just want to be happy. That's all. From that heart space, we just want to be happy. We share that alike. And that's why this is a we community, not a me community. So, yes, we started 2 months ago and we're already over 20,000 subscribers. So, it's working. The message is getting out. There is another way to be and to work, to like live and to flow and to include everything that's happening around you in your life. And that's why we're here and that's why we're showing up. So thank you for being here. And now let's check in. Let's check into our food. So remember, soil to stove. We're checking in. We're checking in. Let me bring it closer. So we're looking at these colors here. Someone posted ASMR. I don't know if that includes this, but let's just see. Can you hear that? This live. All right. That's live. ASMR meditation style. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to give it like 1 minute, right? And I'm gonna set up. So we're gonna try something different. Look at this. Look at my skin. Can you see my skin? Ah, even with the gardening gloves. And this is why I protect my garden because I have natural, and you do too, right? We all have like natural stuff in our oil in our hands that are oily and in our skin that we don't want to give back to the garden. At least I don't. That's why I wear gloves. But even when I wear gloves, the moisture from my own hands that has been inside the glove still impacts me. So okay, life, that's what it is. Okay, so we'll be back. So if you're just joining, please stick around, stay tuned. We're taking a 1 minute beat, 1 minute pause while our food from the garden is cooking on the stove so we can set up for round two. Here we go. I'm going to say bye. Okay, so welcome back to the live stream for real life meditation. This is meditation off the cushion, mindfulness off the cushion, where you're overworked, overwhelmed, and life just happening. You can hear like the door and just my life as it is. Like everything is still happening right now, and I'm recording live just so you can see how you can still show up as it is in your life and still be at ease with everything. So let me just recontinue by saying this. Sometimes people irritate me, okay? I don't like everyone all the time at all. Some people get on my nerves. They irritate me like in my skin. Like I get, even when you say their name, like I can feel like the heat rising in my throat right here. So even saying sometimes some people's names just irritates the mess out of me. Like it makes me mad. But even though people think, oh yeah, you meditate. Oh yeah, you're a Buddhist. Oh, you should like everyone. That's not true because I don't like everyone and I'm not going to like everyone, but I would still honor them for the person that they are and give them the space they need as I will take from me. I will also take the space I need in my own boundaries, in my own space, while still honoring and respecting and acknowledging their needs as well as my own. Because at the end of the day, we all have the same goal. We all have the same goal. We all just want to be happy. Period. Period. That's the end. All of us. We all just want to be happy. So that's where I'm at right now. So with that, while our food is cooking, because we're still doing from soil to stove, this is real time, real life meditation off the cushion where sometimes sitting on the cushion doesn't work for you. We're talking about how it works from soil to garden. And we're still cooking. We are still cooking. My goal is to stay on this stream. We'll see how it works, but that's my goal. To stay on this stream until we are finished cooking. Listen, even if one person only stays to the end, that's enough. Go back and watch my intention because that's enough. Because that's what matters. It matters how we show up, when we show up, why we show up, and why that doesn't just benefit us, but it benefits everyone else around us. And that's the point. And that's why I'm here today. And that's why I started this channel. And that's why I'm sending you this message right now. All right. So in the meantime, because someone asked in the chat, oh, do you draw? Do you do this? So why not? Let's take a look. Let's have a chance. Let's figure things out. So I'm going to switch the angle a little bit. And then let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Because we're still live. We're still live. Mindfulness in motion. Meditate off the cushion. That's where we are still. So check this out. I hope you can see this. So I actually made this. This is handmade. Handmade with actual flowers from the garden. This is actual live flowers that were not live, of course, when I put them in here, but it's real, right? So look, you can see through it, right? So this is our platform. And so what we're going to talk about right now is the dreams. And that's what we will try to get into. And we'll see how this works because, again, I've never done this before. And I will say this on camera. I've never done this before. I've never drawn a dream. I've never talked about it outside of like we're doing a dream series, which if you don't know about the dream series, check out the dream series. Check it out. Let me know what you think and stick around because even if you don't remember your dreams, even if you don't have time to meditate on a cushion, if you are overwhelmed, overworked, if you're just trying to stay awake and be present and to be happy, which all of us are, then this is absolutely for you. So here we go. Oop, here we go. Okay, so I can't even get it right. So here we go. Hey, like round five, take. Okay. So someone showed me this on the thing, and I don't know how it's going to show up. But this is from the garden, right? This is actually from the garden. It's an actual leaf from the garden that was picked and pulled. So we're going to be doing art with this. So what I understand, and again, I don't know this because I don't understand it all. But I've never tried this before. But I'm gonna try it now. Let's see how this goes. And I don't even know if this is something that can be done like this. But again, I'm just gonna try it out. One paper, two. So I'm gonna put this on the back. Whoops. And we're gonna spread it out. And again, I don't know if this is gonna work, not gonna work. Who knows? Life is messy, right? Kind of like this. Life is messy, it's irritating, and like things happen all the time. So let's just see how this turns out, right? That's what I want to do. 'Cause I've never done this before. When I was inspired, I saw someone do something similar. And again, I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I don't know. But at this point, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. This is a fresh leaf. It's not something that's like dried or whatever. Like this leaf is fresh. And any of you artsy types that may be watching, listen, if I'm doing it wrong, feel free to speak. This is a community, all right? This is a community, okay? Artsy. So if I'm doing it wrong, you say, hey, do it like this, do it like that. I am open to suggestions because I have no idea, but I want to try it. I want to try it just like this. So what I saw someone sort of do, right? Maybe they didn't actually do, but again, we're just taking a beat, right? While our soil to the stove food is cooking, we are just taking a beat, a moment, a pause, a break to see how this actually shows up. Whew. Well, let's see what we're doing here. And again, this is a part of the dream series, right? So what I'm doing right now is a part of the dream series that we will try to post in the description or we'll tag it. We'll do a short just for that, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna figure this out. Again, this is the first live stream. So send us some love, right? Send us some love for trying something new. And even if you don't, so what? Right? Because you try stuff new all the time. I'm sure. We all do. Okay, wait. So here's this. So I'm gonna put this here. Let me get something to clean. I'm gonna wash my hands super quick. Because I don't know if I'm supposed to be wearing gloves with this or not. I have no idea. I mean, if they're like, oh, you're supposed to be wearing gloves with this. Oh my gosh, I probably should. It's spreading everywhere. It's spreading everywhere. Oh my god. Yeah, so I have no idea. Even the instructions didn't say, oh yeah, wear gloves, wear this. The instructions did like a poor job. The instructions did a poor job of explaining what. But we're gonna figure this out. Look at this, look, look, I just washed my hands. Look, I washed my hands. at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, great. For all you artsy people, oh wait, maybe the feeling of the paint. Really? The feeling of the paint? All I can feel and see actually is the paint all over me. Someone made a comment, feel the feeling of the paint. I can't feel nothing. I can't feel nothing. All I feel is this. Look, I just washed my hands. Ah! Feeling that, okay, someone made a comment. If the feeling of the paint maybe can be part of the practice. Maybe, but it's not here because look at this. It's not part of the practice. No one told me this. And guess what? Now I'm irritated, right? Again, and I can feel it everywhere in me. I'm irritated because I just tried to paint, and all of a sudden, what they said I should be able to paint on the box is not how it seemed. Why didn't they tell me, oh, wear gloves, put some kind of protective whatever? No one said that. If you are developing a product, okay, listen, let me just be real right now. Listen, product developers. If you are developing a product, be honest and tell people what they should actually do, especially for recruiters like me, who I have no idea, no insight, no knowledge, no expectation, no experience. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Because now I don't know, and now I'm irritated with you. All right? Okay. Side note. Side note. Back to the live stream. Back to the live stream. Here we go. Here we go. See, it goes off the furniture. Look at that. But it don't go off skin. Okay, listen. So because I have marble, so because my husband, he would have been so mad right now. He would have been so mad. He's like, you did it again because I do like all my arts and stuff with here, and this is like his project. This the whole like let me show here. Like the whole like this stuff is his project. He would have been like, "Oh yeah, you did it again because I did stuff like this here." He's like, "Oh, you did it again," but this it didn't say. It didn't say I should do this or do that. It didn't say that. Okay, so let's try again. Do we have gloves? Maybe, please. Can I? I'm gonna need some kind of gloves for this now. Look, it's back there. I'm gonna need some gloves for this. It's all on my face. Look at this. Look. It's on my face. I can't believe this is actually happening. First live stream is on my face. What are we gonna do? Nothing. This is what happens in life. This is what happens in life. There's nothing that I can do, nothing that I will do. It's what it is. But I can try to clean up or not. This is unbelievable. I'm looking at like a computer screen here that I've now created. Thank you for all who've been here this whole time. This is unbelievable. Honestly. Like I can't even believe it. Look, the camera, it keeps going down. This is just like what a fun day. Man, what a fun day. What we do to talk about what actually happens, right? So that deep breath I just took didn't work for me. Even though I have all this on my face, that deep breath didn't work for me at all. I'm like so frustrated because I actually read the labels. I read the labels of material that I use and things that I do. I read the labels. I don't gloss and just buy stuff. I read the labels. And when it doesn't say something that it should have said, now I'm irritated. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I got stuff on my face. This is my first live. Thank you. Thank you, product developer, for nothing. Thank you for nothing. Someone said I look like a clown. I probably do. Oh no. It's terrible. It's terrible. But I have gloves now, even though it's not going to help my hands that are still like discolored. And it's not going to help my face. But what you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? Everyone's like, oh, life, whatever, right? Life sucks sometimes. It does. It sucks. And no amount of like preparation, no amount of preparation is going to help you with life because it is what it is. So all you can do is just be with it. And that's what I'm doing. Because guess what? I can't see my face, clown or not. I can't see it, but you can. So it sucks to be you. Does it suck to be me? Okay. Back to the show. Now let's draw. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. It's all on my shirt. I can't believe it's on my shirt. It's everywhere. But I get in my hair now. Now I'm gonna be mad. If it gets in my hair. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna try what we can. Oh no, hold on. The camera's like, we're done. All right, yeah, I know, I get it. We're done. All right. Can you see this okay? I hope so. If not, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. So again, this is about dreams. Okay, this is the art for dreams. Put it down like this because art is perfect, right? It's perfect. Perfect as it is, even if it's not one way or the other. And now I'm just pushing. Probably not the right way, right? Literally, the reason it's probably on my face is because it's not the right way. But so what? So what? What is perfect anyway? I know what perfect is. All of us, we're all perfect. Even if we don't know it, we are all perfect. That's what we are. We may have different ways of showing our perfection, different ways of being in the world, but we are all perfect. So it's all oil, paint, manufacturer. It's all. It's all. It's all. You're not perfect. You should have told me to wear gloves. It's all. But everyone else, yes, perfect. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, look, even that's pretty cool, right? Look at that. Look at that. Dream art. Dream art. We're gonna make something out of this once it dries. That's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, here we go. This is the big reveal here. Oh no, part one. We're gonna have to do another one to finish this one up. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it closer. After I close all of these here. Look at that. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna try to let you because I think this is really cool. See, from like garden to soil perspective while our food is still cooking. Oops, look at that. Because I dreamed of a tree last night. I did. And I really show what that looked like for me. But I know nothing about this stuff here. Well, listen, I know nothing about nothing. I'm just talking from my own experience. I'm not trying to be a guru, expert. I'm just talking about my own experience. So with that, let's see. Let's see. Maybe listen. I don't know if it needs to dry, if it or whatever. And how to take oil paint off your hands? Let me know, please. Let me know. I need to take it off my hands. Off the glove. It's still here. It's still here. It's still here. Okay. All right. In the meantime, oh, someone has made in the comments what they dreamed about, which is a doll, and they said the word possess, but possess can be very like objective, right? So, what does possess actually mean? That is an excellent question, and I love to talk about that. Let me just say this live. Do you know when I started to meditate, people were like, not all people, but some people who were like super religious or super, ooh, I'm spiritual, I'm spiritual. I pray, I go to church. They were like, wait a minute, you meditate? Oh, you are possessed. Piss off, piss off. All I said to them, I didn't say piss off, but all I did say to them was, what do you think about meditation? Because it wasn't the act or the process, it was the word. The word they associated, which I don't even know what they associated it with, but it was a negative connotation. So through my own practice, see, this is where the development comes in. Through my own practice, I understood that even if their words differ from mine, okay, because our message is still the same. We both want to be happy. We both don't want to be in pain. We both don't want to suffer. We don't want to be sad. We don't want to be unhappy. We both have the same message. So that's what I took from that. But it took time. Listen, it didn't take me straight away because people were mad. They were mad. I came from a strong religious background. Ugh. People were angry that I just didn't want to be associated with that. But that's my own personal choice. But guess what? This is where the beauty, guess what? Guess what? It's when they started to see me outside of that box and that spectrum. They start to see me and understand me that they're like, oh, wait a minute. What are you doing? What is that? How can I understand that a little bit more? Tell me what you're doing that makes you so happy. And then that's why I'm here. That's why I'm speaking from my own personal experience. Not to convert someone out of religion or convert someone into religion. I'm not here to do any of that because I don't really care about any of it at all. My point here is for your own happiness. It's for your happiness, for your ease with life, for you to be able to navigate life in a way that I wish someone told me how to do. I started this. That's why I'm here. And that's why we're here today. So we're back. We are back to drawing. You know how much longer this is going to stay, but it may stay a little bit longer. So maybe what I'll do instead is just post a post about this, the end result. How about that? Okay, we'll do a post about the garden and a post about this as a community goal. And if you want to watch it, and if you don't want it, sucks to be you. How about that for a live stream? Okay. So in the meantime, we're gonna look at this. Let's go closer. This is the food. We're coming closer. Here we are. Still not done, but almost done. So my intention is to like show you this on the plate, but that may not be able to be the case. So maybe I'll just like pose. Look at my face. Look at that. That is incredible. That's from the art. That's from the art that we were just doing. It's even on my neck. Look at that. Oh my, and on my hand. It's everywhere. Mm, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna do. We're gonna post this at the end. So let's just close with this because this was the first live stream ever of mindfulness in motion, meditation off the cushion. When you don't have time to meditate, when practice becomes too much, when it's too much of the burnout, of the overwhelm, of what do they talk about? Meditation, meditation. What is all this spirituality? This is that space. This is talking about real life, off the cushion, what actually happens in life as it is, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the bloopers. We're just working through everything exactly as it is together because we are all on this planet together. So, how can we move through this planet a little bit easily, like with a little bit more ease? How can we move through with a little bit more ease, a little bit more skill, and a little bit more happiness? Do that together. And that's what this challenge is about. So even if you just joined, you can be here. Thank you, Deborah, who's been here, chaotic, who's been here, the familia, who's been here. Thank you. Thank you. I told you I was going to give you a shout out for all who showed up, who stayed with me, who stick around. So thank you for being here. And guess what? We're just getting started. First live stream. We'll see how it goes. Take care, be well, and let this benefit you and all those who love. Thank you.